In this video, we're going to talk about adding navigation to a web page. Now, navigation are links that link pages together, and this is commonly done in a website where you have multiple pages that you will include some section of navigation that moves you from one page within the site to another. So here I have these two pages, and I want to produce a navigation section. So I'm going to, right below my banner section, I'm going to add another div section. And that way all my navigation is inside a div. And it keeps it all nice and together. And one way to do, a really common way to do navigation using HTML is with an unordered list. And that's how I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put an unordered list. And inside the list, we have list items, and each list item is going to be one of the links I want in the web in my navigation. So I only have 2 pages here, so I'm only going to have 2 items in my list. It certainly can get bigger. Each list item is going to be a link. So I want the top one to say scientific method, because that identifies the one page. And my next one, I want to say WISE satellite, the WISE telescope. All right, so now this gives me, if I go here and look, this gives me a list, but they're not, there's the list, but they're not links. Now I want them to be links. Because these web pages are together, in fact, in here, notice that there's my 2 HTML files. They live together in the same folder. So I'm going to use what's called a local link for these. So we know that a link needs an opening A tag and a closing A tag. So I'm going to put those on each side of the words. So the opening A tag and the closing A tag. We also know that inside that opening A tag, we need to have the href attribute. Now, so far we have used a complete URL, http:// and then the whole URL. But a local link just simply says, look for a file. And what it does is it looks exactly where it is. So here's the scientificmethod.html. This is the file that I'm in, and I want it to look exactly where it is for the file scientificmethod.html. And on the WISE one, I want it to look exactly where it is for the file called wise.html. Now both those files live right here in this location. And so all I have to do for the entire link is put the name of the file. So it won't go back out on the web and look for a server and then a file inside a server. It will simply look for a file that is in the same folder. Now what I have on this are links. And so when I click on the scientific method, notice it just opens itself because this is the scientificmethod.html file. When I click on the WISE telescope, it opens up the other page. Now I want this navigation to be on both pages. Notice that it's only in the scientific method, but I want the same navigation to be on all my pages. So I'm going to copy that over here under the banner. On my WISE telescope page, I'm going to put this other div, and I'm going to save that. And now on this page, I have the same navigation. And here, if I click the scientific method, then it takes me to that page. If I'm back on the WISE telescope and I click on it, it leaves me here. Now, whether or not, notice that this link doesn't go anywhere because it links to itself, so it just reloads itself. There's actually some controversy over, or some disagreement over whether it's best to have these be active links or not. I'm going to use them as active links in this case, and that makes it possible for my navigation to be exactly the same on both pages. These are not finished. This is not nice navigation. We'll make them look like navigation buttons once we get to adding style.